Hello and welcome to Loon Lovers Live, where we're chatting with fans of the Game Changer series and upcoming Heated Rivalry TV show. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Anne, and today we're meeting with Katie to talk about her experience with the books and the show.
I was so excited when Katie Casey agreed to come on the show, mostly because I binged her books, all of them, this summer, mostly on Rachel Reid's recommendation. I've been calling you the baseball equivalent of Rachel. So like if you want to change up your sports, you're the one to always. So thank you for coming.
Thank you. And that's very flattering. I don't know if I can kind of like live up to Rachel's high expectations, but those that is very flattering. So thank you.
Tell us where we can find you on social media.
Sure. I am primarily on Instagram and Blue Sky at Katie Casey Writes. So if you want to chat about books, Instagram is great. If you want to like hot takes about baseball as it happens, that is where what Blue Sky is for.
And tell us, where are you from?
Yeah, I am located in the DC area. So I came up in terms of baseball fandom, like a Nationals fan,
Mm.
Lord help me, and a Orioles fan, which is not much better.
All right. When did you first read Heated Rivalry?
So I had to go back and look. I think I read it pretty shortly after it came out, which was in what, like 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
And I had been like a long time romance reader at the time, but I was primarily reading historical romance.
Hmm.
So like a lot of KJ Charles, a lot of sort of like that sort of thing, which I still do and I still love.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, "Well, have you read this like new sports romance?" I'm like, "A sports romance?" And this was like after like him and all that had come out,
Yeah.
but I read it and was like, okay, well, this will be my entire personality for a while. And then started writing sports romance fairly shortly after reading it. So Rachel is also a direct inspiration for that.
Oh, that's so cool.
What do the books mean to you?
I think I think particularly for, and we'll talk about like favorite books and stuff. I think like Rachel does a really good job of distinguishing between like the sport of hockey, which is accessible to everybody or should be, and like brings a lot of joy and a lot of like physical freedom in a lot of ways to people. And then like the capital H institution of hockey, which she's obviously like deeply and sharply and deservedly critical of. So in addition to like the amazing characters and the love story and all of that, I think like having that like really incisive commentary about sort of like sports and society for me is just like really important to kind of like see and represent, and also I think helps newer fans who might get into the sport from her book like go in with like without the scales on their eyes, as it were.
Um, do you have a favorite character in the books or the series?
Yes. So I was thinking about this, and it's like a toss up between like a six-way tie for first. Um, but like I was like, let me pick one. I think that like I was like at the end of goodness, which book where I was like, how is the next book about Troy Barrett? Like I want
Yeah.
to shove that guy in a well. Like I want him to walk directly into the sea. And then she redeems him and she gives him an amazing character arc, and
Yeah.
he like really does a lot of hard work to kind of get there. Like it's not sort of a like it's like a almost like a book long grovel as to his former
Yes.
self.
Hmm.
Um and so yeah, so I would say so probably him, just by like the he is really putting in the work on being like a better person, and you see that work, which I think is really incredible.
I'm wearing my Barrett shirt today. I have a
Oh,
Barrett and a Rosenoff one. So yeah, that's
Perfect.
why.
How about a favorite moment from the books?
when Ryan Price is like, F this, I'm leaving.
Yes.
Um, like I was saying, like I like the sort of like the sport, and he loves the sport, and he hates the institution. And I
Yes,
think there's just something like cathartic about being like, yeah, I got my money. I'm good. Peace and blessings.
that's a good one.
um, yeah, so I like it, and him just kind of like leaving there and like going into the neighborhood after that is just like from one sort of like sphere into the other. Oh, delicious. I love it.
What's your favorite part of the trailer?
I think the like shot of Shane standing there in the nightclub and having sort of the lights flash and like Ilya,
That was like out of my head onto a screen. Yeah.
and you just get like the yearning. I was like, oh, that's like I saw somebody who had recently bought like a hat that said like "Bring back yearning," and I'm like, it's back, baby.
That's it. That's the yearning.
Oh,
Yes.
that's the yearning. I am so excited to see this show. I think it's going to be just like delicious.
And what are you looking forward to seeing in the show? Any moments you definitely want to see on screen?
Um, it's cheating to just say like anytime Ilya does anything like that feels like cheating.
But correct.
I but correct. I
Yeah.
really like a lot of the like background friendships and background relationships. I think Rachel does just like an incredible job of developing like a world of characters. And so like not just like Ilya and Shane, but like Ilya at the funeral in Tough Guy, like and like obviously that's really like a sad moment. But like him sort of like showing up and being like more present in the hockey world, I think is just going to be like that. And I think there's just like a lot of small moments with him where he's just like he could be this, and he's obviously not this like one note bad boy type, and like he just becomes this like very obviously compassionate if somewhat like prickly person.
The secret softie. Not so secret softie. Um,
Exactly.
yes. Okay. We finish up with rapid fire questions, where you give this or that, whatever you come up with first. Cottage or penthouse?
Cottage. Cottage for sure. Yes.
Hotel or hookup building in the plateau?
Secret hookup building that you buy because that's normal. That's a normal thing to do is
Totally
just buy a
normal.
building.
You're an investor.
That's healthy. That's
It's an
healthy.
investment, yeah. Real or fake candles?
Uh, Definitely real candles. Preferably, scented, probably not hockey scented.
Tuna melts or burgers?
Tuna melt, 100%. My comfort food is a tuna fish sandwich.
Oh,
I
really?
think Rachel, yeah. I think Rachel has said she doesn't like them.
No,
She
she
doesn't.
doesn't. She thought she did it because she thought it was funny. Oh, you're an actual tuna melt fan.
Actual tuna melt fan. It's my
I
like
love it.
stress food. Yes. Yeah.
French or Russian?
Um, I Russian, I guess. My family's Russian Jewish, so that's complicated.
Yes, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, we'll go with Russian for a while.
Okay,
Sounds good.
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Katie, for joining us today. And check back soon for more heated rivalry love on Loon Lovers Live.